I'm going to try an experiment and revisit what happened exactly 2 months ago. On Monday night, she came home from her trip to Amsterdam. We didn't talk a lot when she was on her trip. And I thought it was weird because we went through the effort of getting the international plan set up on our cell phone, and I was so excited for her and I wanted to see what she saw. And she was flying out on the 747, which was exciting, and I begged her for pictures. I was very in favor of everything, and she didn't communicate well on the trip, which was weird, but the optimist in me just attributed it to a 9-hour time difference, so that was okay. And then when she was traveling home, she wasn't normal either. Typically she'd be like, hey, we're headed to the airport. Hey, we just got to the airport, we're checked in. Hey, just landed in London, love you, can't wait to see you. And she was really, really absent and didn't give me updates, which is weird. And I thought that was strange. But then I thought, she's traveling with someone else. Maybe it was awkward. I don't know. And then she landed in LA, and I tracked her flight because I'm excited to see her, right? And, she landed at whatever time, and I didn't hear from her. And she always texts me like, hey, just touched down. And then an hour and a half later, she said, oh, just got to LA. And I was like, no, you didn't. And it was strange. This is hard. This doesn't feel good to talk about. And then while she was in LA, she was in the lounge because she flew her and her trainer, boyfriend, business class to and from Europe to look for horses. So they were in the lounge looking at stuff. And she sent a text saying, like, will you be picking me up tonight? And I was like, of course, what else would we do? Right? Like, strange. Like, she's my wife. Of course I'm going to pick her up. And then there was no response for like 2.5 hours. She had a long layover. And it was just weird. So, 2 months and a day ago, I picked her up from the airport. And the moment the plane landed, immediately she was saying, I'm so tired. I can barely keep my eyes open. So sleepy. She was setting the scene to just go to bed. Which was weird because normally my wife would be really excited to see me, as I was really excited to see her. It was weird. So when she arrived, I picked her up. She got in the car and she gave me a kiss, but it wasn't a real kiss. It wasn't like, it's hardly a church kiss. And it was weird. And the drive home, she was so tired she couldn't keep her eyes open, which was weird. And I tried to make generic small talk, but I was upset because she was weird. We got home and she said hi to the dog. And I, pretty quickly took the dog out and came back in. And by the time I came in, she was already in bed and was so tired she was practically asleep. That was weird. So, exactly 2 months ago, I went off to work in the morning, and she sent me a text that said, FYI, I'm going to the gym after work. FYI, by the way. Not like, hey, I love you, I'm so... FYI, ... I'm going to the gym after work, and then I'm going to my friend's house after that. And I'm not a pushy guy, but I responded, hey, do you have to go to your friend's house? Because we haven't seen each other in a week, and I'd love to hang out with you. And she told me she had to go to her friend's house. She wouldn't be there very long. And I said, well, what's up with her? Is she okay? And she said, yeah, she texted while she was in Europe. But she wouldn't be gone long. As you can imagine, she was gone long. And by the time she came home, she'd had something to drink and was so tired she couldn't talk. She just was in bed. And you start to feel your insides fall apart a little. Like, this is weird. This is not normal. Why is she being so weird? So I did what I do. She was in bed, and I was like, hey, can you just drop whatever bombshell on me you're going to drop, so I know what's going on? Not expecting what was to come next. About as bluntly as possible, she said, she has feelings for him, and he has feelings for her. And that was really all she said about it. She had to go to sleep. And I didn't really sleep anymore after that. It was that matter of fact. She was able to tell me all that and go to bed. She didn't console me. She didn't ask if I was like, she didn't stay up to talk to me. She was just too exhausted.